Boris Johnson this afternoon said the nation needed to move on from the Dominic Cummings row and focus on defeating coronavirus. The PM is now facing a heated 90-minute grilling from politicians on the virus, lockdown rules, and whether he was right to keep his top aide in post despite being accused of breaking the rules. He has stood by Mr. Cummings despite a flurry of public anger and condemnation from MPs. But the aide insists he acted legally and reasonably by driving 260 miles up to Durham while he was sick with coronavirus, to make sure that he was near family in case they needed to look after his young son. Boris told MPs this afternoon, "What we need to do now, as politicians, as leaders, is to set aside this row because I'm afraid a lot of allegations turned out to be totally false, and to move on. I have said what I have to say about that matter." He told the SNP MP Pete Wishart, who lashed out at the PM, "You're making a political point and a piece of political advice. I consider that what this government needs to do is focus on the needs of the nation, and sorting out the problems, and on getting our message across, and that is what we are going to do. There will be no more than 20 minutes on Mr. Cummings, and the rest of the time will be split between other topics." Labour's Yvette Cooper launched into a fuming tirade at the PM today, accusing him of putting his own political interests above the country and ducking vital questions. She stormed, "You are trying not to incriminate Dominic Cummings. You are putting political concerns ahead of the clear public health message to parents who have coronavirus, putting political concerns about the national interest. 40,000 people are dead. We need you to get this right now. You have a choice between protecting Dominic Cummings and putting the national interest first. What will it be, PM?" But Boris hit back, demanding she lay aside party political point scoring and put the national interest first. And he jibed, "Frankly, when they hear nothing but politicians squabbling and bickering, it's no wonder they feel confused." But Tory MPs lined up to tell the PM that the row was now a distraction from the business of government. Simon Hart told the PM, "People are very annoyed, Prime Minister. Is that on your radar?" Boris said he did understand people's feelings over the whole row. But he stressed what they wanted now was for us to focus on them and their needs rather than a political ding-dong about what an advisor may or may not have done. The PM also confirmed this afternoon that England's test and trace system will come into play from tomorrow. Number 10 today insisted the government is still on track to meet its 200,000 a day test target by the end of this month. In the coming days, the new scheme will mean that the contacts of anyone who tests positive will be able to be tracked and logged by a team of 25,000 people. Anyone who comes into close contact with someone who tested positive is set to be told to stay at home in case they have caught the virus too. Meanwhile, from June 1st more shops and businesses will be told they can reopen too. All non-essential retail will be allowed to open their doors again from June 15th. Government scientists will say tomorrow for sure whether the 5 tests to relax the lockdown have been met.